Hello and welcome to this session about employer engagement. So we have an employer engagement strategy which is all about our work-based learning programs. But within eyesight of the new government strategy around ensuring programs over 150 hours will have access to work placement opportunities. So let's look at the first scenario first around just employer engagement for the work-based learning. So what they is a central contact point for employers to discuss any concerns that they may have around the apprentice within the learning environment. They will help track progression, so making sure that the apprentice is attending work on a regular basis, and just be a point of contact between the teaching staff and the employer, so the employer's not got multiple phone calls going in. What they'll do, they'll provide the employer with up-to-date information from the centre, so making sure that they're up to date with risk assessments, insurance policies, and again, learner reviews and information, advice and guidance. They're also there to help deal with any disputes or appeals or complaints that the learner may have. So again, just being a central point of contact to engage. And finally, they're there to kind of conduct risk management, so they can talk to the employer about the learners and start to identify learners that may be at risk, so because they're not progressing or because the employer is just concerned maybe around the skills, the behaviours or the knowledge or the attitude the learner may have. So it's quite an integral part, employer engagement to why the learner needs to engage, because without that process, the learner could potentially become at risk and the employer might feel unsatisfied. All conversations then are recorded on the learner file around the employer engagement to making sure that we've got good customer service going on for the employers. So then let's look at the new strategy coming in for programs over 150 hours for AEB. So again, our employer engagement team will be able to look at workplace opportunities, and they'll be working with current employers that we're already working with for apprentices and other companies to provide work experience opportunities. They'll be looking at ways in which the learner can go and gain experience with employers, and they'll be conducting the risk assessments, the health and safety checklist, and making sure that the employer isn't going to misuse the learner during that work experience process. So our employer engagement team have clear strategies for now and strategies for the future by 2020, and that falls all in line with the new government processes that are coming out shortly. So hopefully that short presentation gives you an idea around what our employer engagement team do and their functions.